Well, alrighty. I guess we can get the show on the road. What do I want? Open movie. Okay. Let's see what we have. What do we have? It's not what I'm thinking. Not this one. Hello, hello. Welcome. So, today I was thinking that I would try and compose to a video, which is something that I need to practice more. Maybe it's a bit ambitious for one evening, but we can see how we can get through it. I just first need to find a video that I would like to compose to. I see we have a few new followers since last time. Sarah Solus, thank you. DJ GNU. We had some chat over on YouTube as well. Musical Spearman. Sounds fun. Lil Kui. Excellent. Blackcurrant Lemsip. Tasty. Quasel. Navarro 935, who joined us also on this stream with Sasko. Pavel Sasko on Sunday. We were talking about game dev and composing. All good stuff. Okay. So what do we have? What video do we have that we can compose some music to? Well, I have the Astartes videos. I could take the sound out of them, although not strip the music and the sounds together. But I thought I had something more. Here we go. We've got the Sprite Fright, maybe Colony, which is a video with an aliens involved. Terminator. I haven't seen that video. I don't think I've seen the Terminator video. Yeah, I think I will save the Terminator one for another one. Sprite Fight, I think, might be a bit cartoony. Maybe. Okay, so maybe let's open up the Colony files archive. Unzipping that, and then it appears in here. And let's just, for the sake of sanity, move this over to movies. In fact, I'm going to move. I know you can't see this on screen because I only have Logic shared, but I'm just going to move a few things into my videos folder to make it easier next time to find them. If I can find those things, these ones go to movies. Okay, I think that will do for now. And let's go to our movies folder. Colony's file. What? Movie files. Okay, yes. We have the movie. I was worried there for a moment that I had only the Logic project, because I'm a Patreon supporter on the YouTube. So I have I have access to the Logic projects for the demos that they do. I think it's a cool initiative, the YouTube. Actually, I need to upload some more videos, some more of my own music videos there. And as a Patreon supporter, I get some extra downloads, but fortunately it does include the video file. So let's open this into Logic. And we have a video which I think, again, you can't see. What if I close this? If I close this, do you see this pop up? Yeah, okay. So you will see this video like in very small version in the corner over here. Which I know that's not super useful. It's yeah, okay, well, so let's move this across, and that's because I want to start Q start here. So my template I have the start, which doesn't start at 0, it starts at 5, and that's it's apparently good practice. Especially if you're working on video, working on films, they like to have some time before it starts. And if you're recording, for example, with an orchestra, which we won't be doing tonight. I'm sorry, we won't have any orchestral recordings tonight. I don't think I can squeeze that in this evening. But if you were to record with an orchestra, then you want a little bit of time as well in advance of the music for all the musicians to get ready, for have a count-in. So I just have this by default in my project template, which you see here. So this is my like starting point for all of my projects. And okay, let's play through this video.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine mapping mission. Another no-hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us. Studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here. We've become the colony.
Okay, it's pretty much bang on 1 minute long. So, in theory, we can do this. In theory, for 1 minute, this is about what I compose every day. Of course, not usually to a movie, so that may complicate things, of course. And need to decide what kind of score we want to have.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
So, okay. So we can maybe try and do some of, let's say, like the kosher process for scoring to movie. And that is that we want to go through first, and we would like to... we already have the marker track there, yeah? Yeah, we have the marker track. And we want to set some markers to say when we want to do some musical changes. So it's called spotting. We're going to go through the movie and try and pick those moments. And that'll give us some ideas all for the tempo maybe, or what kind of dynamics that we want to have. And I'm thinking from the beginning here, actually, one thing that I always do, which is bad, is to start writing music from the beginning. And so today we're not going to do it. Today I'm going to try and do it a better way, because I think this by itself is kind of like okay without music at the beginning, just to have just this breath by itself.
Relax, David.
And then maybe just after this maybe just here, when we have this.
Relax, David.
On the relax, or
Relax, David.
maybe when this title is coming up.
Relax, David.
I feel like we could come in with something.
Relax, David.
Okay, let's just put a marker for now. Boop. So we have here, boop, the eyes popping open. We want a marker here, and let's see if I can remember the shortcut for putting a marker. That is the shortcut for putting marker, but not the shortcut that I want to use. No. There we go. So there's two shortcuts for the markers. There's one is to place the marker at the nearest bar, and one is to place it just wherever the cursor is. And that's the one that we want to use for now, because the bars might move. If we change the tempo, the bars might move. And I have a shortcut for renaming the marker as well. Perfect. And this is eye open. I'm not sure that's the best way to spot with the specific actions, but let's go with it for now.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a
And then clearly we have some flashback happening around here. Okay, happens nicely on a bar, so that's kind of cool. And this is like some flashback, right?
It was just a routine mapping mission. Another no-hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us.
Watching us. Okay, watching us for me sounds important.
They'd been watching us. But they'd been watching us.
Oh man, maybe even this was edited to 120, because it seems also another good point. So we're coming in, we have someone who's clearly traumatized, his eyes pop open, and he's told to relax, tell them what he knows. And then we go to this flashback, it's a routine operation, and then when we get to this point here, it's like, but they've been watching us. Hello, Talos, 770, hello again, welcome back. So just to catch you up, today I'm attempting to write some music for video. So, watching us. Let's just pop back a little.
But they'd been watching us. Studying, learning. They made it clear.
And then we have this like weird looking alien popping in around. Do we want something for warning? Warning. Maybe. Hello. So they're watching us. Then we've got one. These may be too close together for us to do distinct hits for, but it's first I can lay out. Okay, these are some potential points for something to happen. And then probably we won't put hits on all of them. We have the warning, and then we have the alien popping up for the first time, our first view of the alien. So maybe even we're going to have watching us start to build up and then hit on the warning, perhaps, something like this. And then the aliens pop in. Okay, let's watch from here.
Studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome.
Look at this. It's not so common when working with films. Have I had a chance to listen to the Stellaris music that you recommended to tell us? I think I had a short listen, but I can't remember it now. I need to go back to it again and take a listen. I'm sorry. I think straight after the last one, I did take a listen, but then I've been overcome by other things during the week. Oh, you could have a listen to it today if you like. You can pop it on YouTube. There was the track, right? The Memory of MR was the one. Yeah. No, thank you for the recommendation. I definitely should sit down and spend some time listening to that. That's for sure.
They made it clear we weren't welcome.
So yeah, so it's not so common that we would see, I think, like quite so much hitting on the beat. Okay, maybe it doesn't quite hit on the bar there, but that might work nicely actually. If we pull in here, so we've got this coming from the alien, very sophisticated alien.
Before.
And if this is like one beat short, it actually could be nice, right? To disrupt the rhythm. Even maybe we will make this like a shorter bar. So maybe like we have a 7/4 bar here rather than a 4/4 and a 3/4, to show that okay, things are getting fruity. In fact, why not? Let's do this. Now, here's a question. Did I already create a shortcut for that? I think I did not. And I think there is a shortcut for it. And I think that I've forgotten what the shortcut for time signature is. So let's look for what the shortcut for time signature. That's not super helpful logic. It's not showing me from the help. There it is. Okay, so I will just do it the boring way, I guess. I'll go in time signature and I will add in. We see here. We can see here. So I'm going to add in time signature. And I'm going to add in 7/4 time signature. Is that what I'm going to do? Yes. That's what I'm going to do. No. Is that right? Yes. Yes, that's right. That's right. So we now have 7/4. So you see now this raw lands right on the bar, and then probably, oh, that's not what I want to do at all. Probably we're going to come in and we're going to go back down to 4/4, which is common time. Maybe we won't, but by default this is the most common time that we write music in. Although I have been writing a lot of music in 3/4 recently. For some reason it's been tickling my brain.
They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here.
So this is obviously a nice hit here that we have on this bar. Once again, this silence is now. So probably I think we will want to have some silence here. Let's call it drop, shall we? Drop out, maybe. Ooh, drop out. So we're going to drop out there. We have a rower here. Ooh.
Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here.
Okay. What do I want
Now
now?
they're here.
I kind of feel like, yeah, maybe we do want to.
Now they're here.
Maybe we do want to bring in the music, even though there's lots of sound effects also at this point. So I'm a little torn. Like, do I want to, do I want to leave space for the sound effects or like go full in with music? But this is like a fairly epic something that's happening, right? So probably this is like the big moment of the movie. Oh, I see that's clipping. Okay, never mind. Boom.
We've become the colony. Become the colony.
And here we're going to have colony again. And so actually I'm going to do maybe the same thing like I did before or similar. Here I'm going to go for a 6/4, I think. Boom. And the idea that should happen here, so with the previous one, with the 7/4, and this isn't entirely obvious as to, that it would be felt this way, but with the 7/4, it will be felt more like that a beat is being cut off, off the end of 2 bars. So this 7/4 is like 2 bars with 1 beat cut off the end. It should have this feeling, if we can write the music well enough into it, it's going to have this feeling of being jumped into. And with the 6/4 bar here, actually, my intention here will be probably that this will be the other way round. Rather, this should feel like a very long 4/4 bar. So like it's holding on, and then it'll go colony, and then this will be a moment where we will follow, I think, the dynamics of this coming down to some slower music. And I'll come in again and I will set this back to 4/4. There we go.
We've become the colony.
Okay.
We've become the colony.
And then the end here should be obviously not super epic, a little bit held back, a little bit subdued. Plenty of chance for some nice cliched, I don't know, some piano or something. Because here we see that the humanity has been defeated or been overcome by these aliens, or these aliens are winning. We've become the colony. They've invaded us, and now we're on the back foot of what's going on here. Okay, so we're going to start with silence, and then maybe start to build a little bit of suspense. Maybe even we'll want to call back to this suspense here, right? So we have this beginning bit. If we have some tense strings or something at the beginning here with this eye open, because this is the present here, and then here we also, now we've become the colony. Okay, so now we find out what's the reason that we're this is it David?
Relax, David.
Yeah, so we find out why David is being interrogated, or why this woman is asking questions of him. because he's seen something. He's seen something, which is these aliens. So we're coming back into the presence. I feel. Hello, ePlayer. Leet. Do I read this as Leet or do I read this as 1337? I think I'm too elder millennial to read it correctly. Well, either way, welcome on board. So today we're composing some music. Oh, well, I haven't actually written anything yet. I've just been going through spotting this film, so I want to try and write some music to this film. And just going through and trying to get an idea of what things we might want to have at which part of the film. Okay, so as we start with the music, tempting place would be to start at this point here. And I have some idea maybe of what I want to have here, some light, tense strings or something. Then during this flashback section that we have, I'm not too sure, actually, of what kind of music to have. Maybe it wants to be slightly heroic or something, as we have this.
It was just a routine mapping mission.
Okay, it's just a routine mapping mission, so not so heroic, I guess.
It was just a routine mapping mission. Another no-hope colonization prospect. But they've been watching us.
So we're coming to watching us. Something's got to lead into this watching us. So actually, rather than scoring it forwards in this way and then trying to anticipate what it's going to go to, I will try something that I only done a couple of times. So I'm not the best maybe at doing this, but we'll try it. Is to start actually at the biggest part, the most important part of the trailer that we have. This is kind of like a trailer style, and first write the music for this, and then write backwards to lead into it. The last time I did this was on for a short film called The Piano, doing a rescore for that, and I wrote the last part first, which helped me a lot to write the earlier parts. But then once I'd written the earlier parts, I decided I didn't like the last part, and I rewrote the last part. But the result was kind of okay. So we're coming from this dropout.
Now they're here. We've become the colony.
Okay.
Now they're here. We've become the colony.
Ah.
Now they're here. We've become the colony.
Now I'm going through it, and it doesn't quite fit in the way that first I had imagined.
Now they're here. We've become the colony. Now they're here. We've become the colony.
That doesn't work. So my first idea doesn't really fit. So I think we need something else. Okay, let's I've got my keyboard turned on. Let's get low latency turned on. And let's start with, what do you think? Strings. Start with some strings. And because I want something epic here, I'm going to start with, what instrument I'm going to start with? I'm going to start with some orchestral tools. Nice and epic. Maybe we'll start with some like prototype, some sketching stuff. Okay. Or do I want to start with some chords instead? Well. Let's that's kind of like not epic enough, no? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it with the instrument. I want something. I want something more. So let's try something more. Right? Why not? Oh, I did the wrong thing there. Let's. Let's set this into poly mode. I need to. Oh, why are you not? No, poly mode me. Okay, so now I should be able to change. Now I can change. You know, I'm going to turn the volume up on my headphones because it's always deceptive a little bit if you compose the final volume that you want to hear at. You're better off starting actually quieter. It's a bit, maybe a little, I don't know, a little too old school. Why did this not work? What's we got? What have we got? Weird. Of course, one problem with turning up the volume on my headphones is that the volume on this audio is super loud, which I don't want to destroy my ears. So yeah, the reason why I want to turn up the volume on my headphones, because if I compose the volume that I finally want to hear, then probably I make everything too loud as I'm composing it, and when it all comes together and then I mix it and master it, it'll be too loud and there won't be any room to do that process. Better rather that I compose it quiet, and then at the end I can turn the volume up, add some compression, some mastering to get to the right volume, and it will still have a nice dynamic range. I won't be like crunching up against the limit too much. I need a little more space before coming in here. I am not digging this instrument at all in this situation. It's nice, a nice instrument, but for this, no. Maybe I want to go basic with this, right? So it kind of works, except for it's gonna it needs to come down a little bit at the end there. Is it still going to be too big over this? Now we're the colony. Maybe it just needs to come down faster, yeah? Oh, but I need to get my fingers ready on the keyboard. Okay. Okay, it gives us something to start with, yeah? So we have some long strings, and this is Met Zero. So this name, Metropolis Zero is the name of the instrument, and we have T sustains. I feel like maybe we do even want some riser going into this, but we can add this later. I feel that I should have something in my instruments that has a nice decrescendo to go here. I just have to find it. Okay, okay. Where would you hide if you were a decrescendo? Horns and cello, maybe? No, no, it's not in there. Choirs. It's tempting just to run to the choirs because I do believe that I also, and I have a thing for shepherd tones at the moment, so there's a fairly decent chance that I will do some shepherd tones just purely from the sake of because they're fun. Where rips down? Maybe rips down? I don't know. No, that's not right. Not right for what we want. Not right for what we want here. Come on. Orchestra rips out. No. Also, you're nice, but you're not what I'm looking for. We've got the choir decrescendo, but we don't have. Do I not have a decrescendo for non-choir? I have crescendos, plenty of crescendos. I could play a crescendo and reverse it, I guess. It's going to be not the same, for sure. Be a bit weird. Maybe nice weird? Well, where did those decrescendos go? What? Okay, maybe I am going mad. I thought I could have sworn I saw decrescendos somewhere, but now I can't find the decrescendos. What's going on? Did I just see crescendo and I understood it as decrescendo? I think I must have, because I do not see anywhere. Now here's the thing. I'm confident that somewhere I have some instrument that would do this. I believe I must have it somewhere. But I don't remember is the only problem. I don't remember where it's sitting. Orchestral sections. Maybe in Metropolis 3? I'm only looking, it's still only looking, there we go, okay. We have it in Metropolis 3, a decrescendo for the strings. There we go, see? It's got such a tack on it that if I want to use this, I think I need to also use something from here on the other notes as well, probably. Maybe like a staccato short or a cluster. Perhaps. Let's see. And the computer ran out of power, of course. Okay, so we have the decrescendo there. Ah, come on. I'm just gonna name this Metropolis 3. Decrescendo. Low strings. So I don't forget what it is. But as we can hear, still this big one is kind of like overpowering on this. So probably I want to come in and so I'm just going to click on this little red icon there, because this means that if I'm not recording and I press some keyboard keys while in this window, it'll start to type them in, step input, which can be very useful. But it's not what I want to do right now. And often I will come into this window and I'll try and play around with some things on the keyboard, and it will just start typing them in, and then have to go and remove them, and it can be like a pain. Okay, so I'm going to come in here, and I'm just going to from here. I'm just going to drop this down. Let's get this header point here. I'm going to drop this down as well. All the way down. There we go. Let's. So this is should start quieter, right? This is what I'm aiming for. This one should start quieter so that the decrescendo has space to show off its stuff. It's quite nice. I think you can go down even a little bit more. Okay, so that's okay, except of course the first two now sound like a little weird. So let's just add in a little bit from Metropolis 3. Boop, boop. Orchestral sections, low strings, and some hits. I'm going to use I guess I'm going to use a staccato short, I suppose. Well, I'm kind of curious how half note down sounds like, so I'll just throw it in to see what that sounds like. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. It's nice, maybe not quite right here unless I really go heavy on the aleatoric stuff. You know, that in itself is not quite right also. So let's see what we have. Something else. I need something else. Low string still. Maybe like marcato martelle. Load it, please. Hello? it's maybe not quite got enough of that roughness. You like it too? Excellent. It's maybe not quite enough of the roughness of the bows, right? If we compare to this last one, so not quite what I'm looking for, I think. Here, maybe we'll add some like aleatoric stuff on top. Maybe like some weird string funkiness can go on top of that, and it might sound nice. And hopefully not crash logic, depending on which ones I use. Spiccato maybe? Spiccato anyone? Okay. I think that's more like it. So you still have the marcato there, but I wonder if this marcato is not better. So I'm going to try some different combinations of instruments here. Okay, I think we're starting to get somewhere, right? We're starting to come together. This section of it. Let's keep eye on the time. So I need to move quite quickly actually, because normally when I'm writing a minute of music, it's like one theme for about a minute. But here I have like a few different things that I have to get. So I might need to be like a little selective with how deep I go. But I feel like I want to have in this section still on top of it something obviously like higher up still. Maybe something pulsing that will go away. Maybe I'll throw in those shepherd tones. You gotta go. Tell us. Continue on YouTube later. Thanks for these unique streams. Well, thanks for coming by and saying hello. It's great to have you around. Oddly enough, I only see that I have one viewer, so I think I can't see 100% that when people are online and viewing, but that's fine. I will just carry on. Carrying on, so to speak. Okay, I think also in this decrescendo, I'd like to see if I have some. Let me just fix this. This is Metropolis 1. And I'll just say it's Met 1 goes short for now. E-player still here, I believe. Yes, fantastic. Keep me company while I attempt to write this. Hopefully I can make the whole thing. if not, maybe around with like 10 seconds of detailed stuff in this section. Still it'd be something, right? Even if it wouldn't make the most interesting YouTube video later. But sometimes that's how it works. Sometimes that's how it goes, especially when working on videos. Sometimes it can take like a bit longer to craft those things. It'd be nice if I could cover the whole thing with something, but then it might be a bit too crummy, like if it's too light. If I don't have like some strong theme across the whole way. We shall see. We shall see what we have. Where was it? Oh yes, brass. So let's take a look at the brass. So I'm going to come to my orchestral tools. Orchestral Tools is the company, and unfortunately you can't see it when it pops up on the screen, but there's like a little window that's popping up, which is where I can choose my instruments from. but OBS does not spot it. It doesn't know. It's only taking the main logic window. Although I do have some hopefully slightly better picture of myself there. I got some nice lights, so it's not quite so dark and gloomy. And in theory, the background also is blue. I have a blue light in my ceiling. Oh, it's a light that can change colour, but it's set to blue. But the key lights are so bright that we can't really see the light in the background. If you look carefully at the shadows, maybe you can tell there's like a blue hint to them. I think I need to find some bright bright blue, well, either blue or colour changing light that I can set to illuminate the background and show some of those things on the shelves behind me. Highlight them. Create a bit of interest. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Very off topic. Why would I do such a thing? Okay, so I'm coming into the sound player, and ooh yes, we have some brass decrescendos. Hello. Wow, that is punching me in the face. So it can work, I think, possibly. I'll need to do the same thing, right? If I only have this on this last note, it's gonna be like, what? Yeah, that's not bad. I don't know if it's good, but it's not bad. I just need to now add something raspy, nasty, brass on these other two. Look how long it takes just to write these like 3 notes. What are we on? We've met 3 again. Metropolis 3. Low decrescendo. So let's get ourselves some nice raspy brass. So last time I went back to Metropolis Arc 1 for those things. Let's just check them up Metropolis 3. Let's see what it's like. Maybe we need to go back to Metropolis 1 for these short notes, but maybe it's okay. Low brass hits. So we're looking at fortepiano cluster tight. What's fortepiano cluster tight? Okay, I'm gonna put like a couple of things in here that I can try. Or cluster wide. Fortepiano cluster wide. A few things that I don't know what they do. I've never tried them before. We don't want crescendo, of course. The half note down. We tried that earlier. That was quite nice. We have a marcato. We have a fortepiano, which I think is going to be like loud and then quiet very quickly. Like the decrescendo, but shorter is what I'm guessing. And let's try a couple of other things actually. Let's try adding an upbeat in there or a staccato and see what the different ones sound like. So we had a decrescendo long. This is the fortepiano. Oh, it's all the way. Really? Ah, no. Here's my. Okay. Oh. There we go. Oh. That's quite saucy. So that's the fortepiano cluster tight. Ooh! Fortepiano cluster wide. That's just the fortepiano. There's something a little different, an upbeat single. Oh! Okay, it's cool, but I don't know how to make that in there. Or just a staccato, just like BAT! Okay, let's try some of these in context, right? Oh. It's a little too short, I feel. Let's try the thought piano. I think it's right. I didn't play it in very well, but that's okay. We don't really need to play it in. Oh, okay. Not as bad as I thought, if I'm honest. But let's. Okay. So I quite like this impact that we get there, but I am still. I think the fortepiano is too fortepiano. You know, I wonder if the decrescendo just doesn't just work. It might work. It might be like a little intense. It's like a little intense. I like that. I like that. I think we will leave that there for this instrument. This last long brass, it's missing. It's missing something though, right? I have an idea what it might be missing. And I think that's it. It was just the other one had another. Oh. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I put it on the same one as this, but these are actually the same instruments. In the end, I thought they were going to be different instruments, but they're not. So I put this one on that one, and probably it would make sense for me just to combine them, wouldn't it? Come on, let me do it. There we go. And then I can just drop this. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I think that's okay. I think it's okay. I think probably still the voice is a little hidden out of this, so I might need to add some automation, some mixing.
Here. We've become the colony.
No, it's fine. It's just because I have the volume of this down super low while I'm writing music. I think it's okay. All right, so I said there was one more element that I'm taking so much time on this, just this section. But there's the one more element that I would like to have in here. I would like to have some high-level pulse, and I'm thinking I could stick with the Metropolis, or I could potentially go with maybe some 8DO. I have some nice things from them, or maybe even some Spitfire stuff that could work. Let's see, beating orchestra. I need to get rid of these old strings on this instrument, because we're gonna have something different. So we've got like a cluster. How about a ricochet? Or, what is it? I need quavers. No. So I think I have an instrument that might even do it for me. Here. It's a bit fiddly to set up, but okay. This is what I'm thinking. Something else. Maybe?
Now they're here.
Okay, system overload. Fine.
Now they're here. Become a colony.
Sure. Let's go with that. I didn't put any woodwinds in, and I feel that they might be lonely. They might feel neglected if I don't add some woodwinds. You know, you don't want your woodwinds to feel like you're ignoring them. You need to pay them some attention. Put them in your compositions. I know everyone loves strings, of course. Strings are fantastic. And a bit of brass when we're going epic, of course. You can't have some epic without some nice big brass going on. Well, maybe you can, but it certainly helps. And easy to forget the woodwinds, but there's plenty of awesome stuff that woodwinds can do. Nice flavors. Oh, we have some flutters. What do we think a flutter sounds like?
Now they're here.
You know what? I don't hate that. Right off the bat. So since time is ticking on. How about we go with it? It would be lovely. It would be lovely if there was a decrescendo of the winds too, though. You know. So let's see. Maybe there is. Let's see what we can see. I need to get rid of this. And you know, there are some UX issues with Sign. It's quite a nice player. They created themselves orchestral tools. But it'd be nice if it remembered like the last place you were. So often when I'm coming into a new instrument, when I've duplicated an instrument like I did just there, it'd be nice if it just went back to the previous location, like Contact did. I should give them the feedback. I know the last time I gave them the feedback, though, they said that's good feedback, but we can't do it. So maybe that stopped me a bit. Oh, and yes, we have a nice decrescendo. It's not quite got that same thing, but maybe it sounds okay when it's all together with. Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, okay. Let's leave this section here, I think, for now. Maybe we'll add something else. Maybe we'll add something else to it later. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we will. Maybe we will not have time to add something else to it once we come back to this other. So look, I've done this much of the this much of the video, just a few seconds, and nothing of all of the rest of this. So one thing I'm fairly sure of is that I won't finish this video today, which is fine. Which is fine. That's okay. We will finish what we can finish. I suppose technically, also there's this bar as well, right? So we've got. I think probably we do want something more coming at 29. So we have bar 24 to bar 29. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. Oof, not that much. But because I don't want music in this dropout, it's kind of done already. Okay, so maybe let's go backwards. So we have this roar from the alien.
Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here. Become a colony. Before we
You know, I said I love to use shepherd's tones, so maybe that's just what I'm going to do. Maybe that's just what I am going to do. Maybe I'm just going to use some shepherd tones through here. Have like increasing tension coming through. And we have this warning before this watching us, so we should maybe have a hit here, and then build the tension up, and then drop, and then boom in with this whatever it is that we have going on at this section. I know it kind of makes sense in the head anyway, right? Makes sense in the head. Where are my shepherd tones? They're hiding. Oh, no. Okay, I was just thinking maybe I should add some choir into this. It isn't super fashionable these days, but that's some nice epic choir. It can be cool. It can be cool. So let's get rid of the repetitions here on this instrument, and I'm looking for some shepherd tones. Looking for those shepherd tones. Maybe I can bring in the choir there. Where are you hiding? Shepherd tones? I know you're here somewhere. I know. Ah, there you are. There you are. High strings large has it. Maybe not. Maybe we just don't have. Yeah. Maybe we just don't have shepherd tones for the low strings. Is that right? We have it for low strings large with winds. Have them. I think that's what I want. think that's what I want. What if we maybe that's too much. Maybe that's too much. Let's try with just the first one.
They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here.
I love you, Shepherd Tones, but it's not quite working. It's not quite working. It's not quite working because I need the drop out there. I suppose I can program it in afterwards.
They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here.
I like it apart from this bit that's hanging off, so I'm just gonna have to mix that out. Fine, no problem. We can do that. And if we're gonna have a low shepherd, let's have a high shepherd as well. Why not? Why not? You know. It's gonna be in the orchestral section. I saw it a moment ago, so I know it's here. Here we go. Here we go. And it's going to be something like that.
They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming.
Wait. Why is my low shepherd sounds not making any sounds? That's not cool. That's not cool. What's going on? What have I done? What have I done that makes this have now? Okay.
They made it clear we weren't welcome.
So what I did was I only put automation at the end of the bit. I didn't put automation at the beginning, and I need to have some automation at the beginning to reset it when I come back to play it again. If I was playing through from the beginning and it was all set to the initial value, then that'd be fine. But in this case, not. Where are we? Okay.
They made it clear we
So let's make sure that automation is.
Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here.
You know what? Actually, I wonder. Is there some effect on these? I don't see any reverb or delay or anything in by default. Okay, maybe not. I thought maybe there was some reverb and that's why it wasn't cutting off in time, but I don't see that. So I think it's just the way that this library is working.
They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here.
So I'm just going to put these in a stack. This is going to be yes, I'll choose a folder stack, which I think should work now. This didn't used to work, putting folders inside of folders in Logic, but they fixed it, thankfully. And let's just call this Shepherds. Bah, not that kind of shepherd. Where's the right color? There we go. And just to keep eyes looking, keep it nice for the eyes, we'll do that. And then I'm going to come here and I'm going to stick on some automation on the volume here. I can just cut this right off. We have a drop, so we want to go down fairly quickly.
They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here.
Maybe it just wants to be like a little more. You know what? Also, maybe I want to. Maybe I just want to shorten these a bit as well. Maybe if I let them go a little earlier, they might work a bit nicer.
Clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here.
Okay. Click the neck. Okay, so I kind of like where we're at with that, but it needs something more on top of this for sure. I'm not sure what. I'm open to suggestions. What should go on here? I'll knock back some water. Maybe even we'll only get these two sections done tonight. Maybe I could stick the ending on just to wrap it up nicely, which would be even half of the track. Oh yeah, that'll be about half the track if I do that. Okay, maybe that's okay. 30 seconds be okay if we can get something good here.
They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here.
I'm wondering if I should go back even a little bit further to try and build something up that will come in with this rising shepherd zones here. Maybe it would help.
It was just a routine mapping mission. Another no-hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us. Studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here. It was just a routine mapping mission. Another no-hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us. Studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. It was just a routine mapping mission. Another no-hope colonization prospect.
I'm wondering if there is something that I can add here, like maybe something synthetic. Maybe, what do we have? Maybe something unnerving. What we got here? We've got aggressive, ethereal, unnerving, experimental. I feel like unnerving may be a good one. Let's try some gravity. Just getting like lost in it, aren't I? Okay, let's try something else. Do something with a mod wheel. Nope. And we have our first logic crash. Okay. At least only one in 1.5 hours. It's been worse. I've had worse, to be fair. So it's going to load itself back up now. It'll just take a moment. And I just need to fix OBS so that it points again correctly to logic. Where are we? This one. What? What's going on? There are unsaved changes. Do I want to keep them? I don't know what that means, to be honest. Okay. Okay, I think we're back. I mean, apparently that's working on a mod wheel, but doesn't much sound it like it to me. Meh, 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 meh. What about this one? Approaching unknown. I mean, that was very. Oh. It's got huge bass on this, it sounds to me. But it's kind of nice.
It was just a routine mapping mission. Another no-hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Well, now they're here.
What do we think? What do we think? Do we like this? It might be okay. As a start for something.
It was just a routine mapping mission. Another no-hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Now they're here. Become the colony.
There's a little bit of that back in the end there. We need something else here. So let's stick with this for now. I'll need to bring in some strings or something so it's like cohesive at least to some degree, right? But I can like maybe go a bit stronger. I can always put some synthy stuff on the climax, which is now like still way bigger than the rest. Yeah, let's come back to gravity, pads, What we got? We've got hits, pads, risers, and stings. I think the riser is like super long in this. Got effects, organic hybrid, full menu. Let's try some organic hybrid maybe. Maybe this will go nicely over those shepherd tones actually.
Learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome.
But I need some control over the volume and what have you, because at the moment I don't have any control there, and I want some.
Learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Now they're here.
Okay. What am I working on right now? What is this track you play out? Well, this is just practice. So every day I write some music, and I upload this onto the internet somewhere. Normally I upload on SoundCloud and YouTube. If what I've done isn't that good or is a bit incomplete, then I upload only onto SoundCloud. And this video came from a website called the QTube, which I'm on the Patreon for, and that's a website for composers to upload their work, and also they have some videos like this which they've created that you can practice scoring to. So this is just for me to practice on and try and write some music. Probably for something like this I need to allocate more time than a single evening to work on, which is fine. And actually that's one of my goals this year. So I've been doing my everyday for 430, this will be day 438 in a row that I've been composing and uploading music. And in my first year I did quite a lot of focus on just the single tracks, and still often I do this because it's like now I've developed the habit for and doing that. But in my second year now, I want to start to work a bit more on more complicated things, on longer things. This one isn't longer, but it's more complicated because it's the video, and start to build up my skills in those other areas, because it's now like I have like fairly built up. Oh, you watch it every day on YouTube. Well, thank you. I'm really glad to hear that you're watching it, and especially that you enjoy it. That's fantastic to hear. So yeah. One of the things I want to do this year is start to transition to some more complex stuff that I can't do in 1 year. I do have some other projects lined up as well. That might put my everyday in jeopardy, but we will see, because I do have a day job as well, of course. I spend my day making computer games, so I have my evenings and weekends to spend on composition, but also other things to do there, So if I run out of time, the Everyday Project could come to an end. Not saying that's definitely going to happen, but if I get the chance to do some bigger projects, a film or a game, as part of like professionally, then yeah, I think that could take us. Yes, I did the trailer, the Ultra Core trailer. So just this one, which was done through some contacts that I met, and it looks like a cool game, I have to say. Interesting lore, background. Always like it when there's something based on a pen and paper RPG, of course. I think I have experience with this a little bit with Cyberpunk, and I think it always helps to have this nice, rich background and lore to base the game on. And they're doing like a cooperative survival game, which I think is an interesting twist on the genre. Oh yeah, that was my first professional freelance work that I did as a composer. So you're following the Ultra Core PMPs separately and the PR. Yeah, small world then. There's these interests collide, like so. It all comes together. Yeah, super interesting.
Learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it.
Okay. I feel like we do need something orchestral here, right? Something orchestral. So let's come back up here with our Met Zero, Metropolis Zero, because it's pretty fast to write stuff with this. Like some basic stuff at least. It's pretty fast to write some basic stuff. It has some nice chords. Maybe even like some like swells or something. Swells can often sound nice. They can be a nice easy way to make something sound cool. We will need major and minor probably. I'll need to I need to first go to performance. Change to polymer. You see this? There's some things in the sign player which feels like yeah. You can ask me. I will try and answer. I don't know. So you have a question about the Cyberpunk music? I will try and answer. I don't know everything about the Cyberpunk music as I didn't write the Cyberpunk music myself, although I implemented a lot of the systems and adding this to the game. I did actually write a tiny bit of music for Cyberpunk, which is some of the jingles that you hear in the open world. I did some of the writing for that, although I think that the best ones were done by my good friend Ross Tregenza for these jingles, and he did all the jingles for the TV in the game. But yes, go ahead, ask away. I will see if I can answer. If I even know how to answer. Let's try and see if we can do something with this.
It was just a routine mapping mission. No colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us.
So your question, music officially written by Martin, but you rewrote every single song in the game. I see you create music working on your sound engineering, also creating for sound. Well, E-player. So Martin's the music director. So he wrote a lot of the music for the game, along with Piotr Adamczyk, P.T. Adamczyk. So together they wrote the musical score for the game. So the stuff that you hear while during the gameplay, the quests, all of this music, as well as they worked with Paul Leonard Morgan, a fantastic composer who works on a lot of films, also a fellow Scot, and there were a few other people involved in this. We recorded Tina Guo, and a few other instrumentalists who created either some stuff based on the music that Piotr and Marcin had written, or even sometimes just creating some samples, some like small maybe like library of phrases that could be reused for the score. Then we had Ross Tregenza, who was working on the adverts, the music for the adverts on the TV that you can see. And then I did some similar things, very small, like not official. I'm not officially listed as a composer there. It was very small things that I just put in to help flesh out the open world. And then we have the diegetic music as well. So the songs that you hear played on the game, the stuff on the radio stations, for example. And these were mostly written by bands who we contracted to write music for us, or there was some jazz music which we licensed existing music, but stuff like the Uzcracks, for example. This was written by Mako Puri in a Japanese band who we knew through a contact in our company. Or the songs that you hear on the radio, or the songs by Samurai, which were also done by the band who we worked with to try and capture this spirit of the band in the game. So there's a few different people working on it, with Marcin as the guiding vision for how the music was going to be crafted. For myself, the largest part of my work as an audio coder, also I do some management stuff, but as the audio coder, is building the technology for how this music is played back in the game. So programming in C++, the systems that will at runtime play this back, mix the music in the right ways, trigger this music here, trigger this music there, have some dynamic feel to that, maybe synchronize elements of the game with the music, apply effects in world effects, have music go from 3D to 2D for cinematic effect in some places, and helping build the tools in the pipeline. Not by myself, I also have a team of audio coders who I lead, who did fantastic work on all of these different parts. There's way too much stuff just for one person, of course, to build for this game. Does that answer your question? Is it clear?
It was just a routine mapping mission. Not a whole colonization
Awesome.
aspect.
Oh, thank you for watching that stream as well.
They've been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we now they're here.
System overload. Okay, I think this isn't like the most amazing thing that's ever been created, but it's not nothing. Also, it's also not nothing. So I think we can have this. You're wondering if you can find some sound in the game where I can say, "Oh, that's from Colin." It's I think it's possible, but tricky. Okay, there's a couple of. If we talk about sounds or music, the music is hard to pick out. It will be things that are playing as you're walking around the city, and there's some ambient um, ambient jingles playing. So they're not typically like super in your face. They're like hidden and playing around. Even for me, it's sometimes hard to find those. But if we're talking about sounds, if we're going to expand the horizon here a little bit, there's one fairly easy one to find, which is the pachinko parlor, Wakako's pachinko parlor. The sounds of the pachinko, I recorded and designed and implemented those. I took the opportunity. There wasn't time for the sound designers to do it. So I took the opportunity to do that, and also helped me to learn more about what the sound designers were doing, which helps me as a programmer to make better tools to understand that process. And these are actually the sounds of pinball machines, because I did record some pachinko when I was in Japan, but it doesn't record very well. It's super noisy, so it just comes out as this big noise, and also it has some music in there, and typically you can't record music and then put it into the game, right? You can't take sounds that someone has created or music someone's created and then just reuse them. You would have to license that. So what we did was, my colleague and friend Charles, another engineering director, he has a hobby of renovating pinball machines. So in his flat he has 6 or 7 pinball machines. So I took my trusty recorder, which I have here in my pocket that I got in Japan on my last trip. So this is a Sony PCM D100, very good and robust, practical recorder. Not a super new design, but a real workhorse, very reliable. I know some sound teams only use these. I think the Modern Warfare guys maybe were just doing all of their recording with the Sony PCMs, which is not the most advanced mic in the world, but it's very good for being portable, taking it places, making some recordings. And it's got a solid quality, right? It's like a good quality that you can use use professionally. And we turned off all of the music and the sound effects from the pinball machines, and then we recorded just like throwing the balls up and then sliding up and around, playing with the flippers, and then I took these sounds, layered them up, designed them, twisted them, mixed them up to create the sounds like there's lots and lots of balls and lots of things happening, and then created several of these sounds, placed them in the world to try and create this more intense, busy feel of pachinko. So this is probably like the most noticeable sound from me that I did myself in the game. There is also my voice is in a couple of places. In the open world when you're walking around, I did some lines like free AV parking, or I can't remember what the lines were now. It was like, train arriving at platform 2. This vending machine is out of order. Stuff like this. In fact, I think there was one. If you remember the demo, the gameplay demo that we did back in. Now, which one was it? I think it was the 2018 one, maybe that we showed. I can't remember if this went public or was it showed at E3. Anyway, there's one where you're walking through the mega building from V's apartment, and there's a broken vending machine. And at one point, I can't remember if it ended up this way, but at one point, this was my voice making these kinds of sounds in there. So yeah, I did a bunch of those, which is quite common for us to do additional voices to give some extra flavor to the open world and record people in the company doing those things. Okay, so we have like an hour left. Yeah, I think we can get something. Maybe not something great, but I think we can get something done here.
just a routine mapping.
But this needs to come in earlier, right? This is like... Oh, and I know what else I need to do, actually. I need to add some expression onto this.
It was just a routine mapping issue. Nothing. No hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us. Studying. Learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we went,
Yeah, no worries, E-Player. No, I'm happy to share them. It's nice to talk about them and relive some of those memories. So I'm just going to add in some expression onto this. These swells that we've got going on here. I'm just going to put this onto high swells. And also, let's do some low ones as well, right? But hopefully in the future I will have more sounds in games or films or other things, of course. That's something that I would want to work up to. I'm certainly like far from the level of the composers at our company. They're like super incredible musicians, really write incredible stuff. But I have time, so I will keep working on it, keep trying to grow, keep trying to improve my skills, and yeah, hopefully I will get there. Are there any sound secrets I implemented in the game? There's one. I don't know if it counts as a secret, but it's kind of a cool little Easter egg. Even if it's just an Easter egg for myself that I put in there with the help of sound designers. It's kind of a fun little story that one time when I was in Japan, and I went out with Ludwig Fossel, who's the composer on Death Stranding, and he took me to a bar called Fujiyama Honten, which it was in a building that was being demolished for the Olympics that were coming up. So I think this was back in 2018 or 2019 maybe 2019. Yeah, either 2018, 2019 that we were there, and we went to this bar, which was like, there was a huge queue to get in because it was a very popular local bar and everyone wanted to go. So we waited in this queue, and then it was down in a basement, and it packed, of course, with all of the people who wanted to enjoy it while it was still there. It was run by this lovely old couple who I think we retired after the bar shut down. And this bar, it didn't have any music, and this is not so common for bars to not have music. Usually they have something going on, right? Some music, which means that you can't get a clean recording of the walla, which is okay, technically it's not walla, but we use this term for, let's say, the sound of the crowd, for the sound of many people talking has a distinct sound. It starts to sound just like one large sound, not like the individual sounds. And this bar had no music, so I had this recorder with me, the Sony, and I recorded the walla in this bar, several minutes of this crowd ambience, which was quite busy. And then when I came back, worked with the sound designer. Exactly, yeah, the atmosphere for crowded places. I worked with the sound designers, Pavel Dajvad, to implement this. He did most of the ambient sound in the game. And we implemented this, and actually I can't remember exactly which area it is in Cyberpunk, but there is somewhere the sound of this bar that now no longer exists, but it's immortalized in Cyberpunk, and this makes me happy that I was able to take this sound of this bar, this moment in time, and you can't go there any longer because it doesn't exist. I think they reopened as a new thing, but it looks more modern now than this basement bar that it was when I went there. But we have that sound, that crowd, those people, and this is immortalized now in Cyberpunk. While roaming around, at some point you'll experience this sound. Yeah. So I think that's like the Easter egg that I was happy to be able to get into the game. Yeah, exactly. Like a form of paying tribute, bringing that memory. I have a nice T-shirt from this bar as well. They had some T-shirts made up for the closing, and a very kind Japanese man just gave me a T-shirt, which impressively fits me, right? Because I'm probably can't see it on the camera, or maybe you can. I'm like not a small person, like 6 foot, 285 centimeters tall. I'm chunky guy. Usually the clothes in Japan don't fit me that well, but for some reason this T-shirt that this small small Japanese guy gave me, it fits. So it's kind of nice. I still have it around. I still wear it to this day. So yeah, it was a cool night, cool memory, and nice to take this memory and immortalize that into the game. What's going on here? In Japan, everything is small, even clothes. Yeah, the clothes especially. In my last trip, I was trying to get some kimonos. I quite like to wear Japanese clothes actually, as in my day-to-day life. So it's something I'm like noted for when I go to work, even, and it can be hard to find the ones that actually fit me. Some of them are okay, especially if I wear them like in a different way than originally intended, because some of them are very loose by design, like the hawaris, which go over the kimonos, like kimono jackets. They can be quite loose, or like some of the jinbeis, like this. And if I wear them open, then they can be just work like this. But to find the ones that actually fit, like a proper kimono that fits them to be worn like a kimono. When I was in Japan, I found one shop in Tokyo that had the 4XL. I'm a 4 or 5XL. I need for one that will fit me okay. But we did find this one shop that provided me with a few different ones there. And so I bought a bunch of stuff that I can now wear back over here. Okay.
Prospect. But they've been watching us, studying, we made it clear we weren't welcome. It was just a routine colonization prospect. But they've been watching us, studying,
Okay, I need to fix the volume on this one, right? On this or maybe it's not even just the volume. Maybe I need to fix the actual this as well, but probably also the volume. I might be able to do. I might be able to do it with on the automation. No, it's okay, man. This is like the point of having the stream. It's like important to have the chat and all that, right? That's all part of the fun. And I'm doing this every day, so it's okay. I don't have any big deadline for for this. I'm happy to keep chatting too.
What you know.
We weren't welcome. Now they're here.
Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. I need something more on top. I'm thinking maybe I'll just go like super basic and stick some tension strings up above here, and then I need, when we have this raw section, right, I need something to kick in a little bit and help to build this up there. And before this drop here, I need some reversed something, right? Maybe like a reversed percussion or something like a kind of thing to be going on. But let's stick in first these strings that I mentioned, right? This is and rename this because it's actually starting to get quite big. I don't know anything about that. Everything I know about that I learned from YouTube. No, I'm sorry. I can't help with that. And even if I could, I wouldn't be able to say everything, or Pavel Sasko would hunt me down, for sure. But I'm interested to see the community as they go through this.
What you know.
It was just a routine revolution. No colonization prospect. But they've been.
I said I was going to have some tension strings, didn't I? So let's do that. Unlucky. Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry. I feel like I want some Oliver Arnolds. Because who doesn't want some Oliver Arnolds? Let's be honest about this. And we're gonna go with some Oliver Arnold's Evolutions. It's fantastic stuff. It's like let's try Thrills. Or maybe I always go with episodic. I feel like I should choose something different.
colonization prospect. But they've been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we were. Now they're here.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That'll do. For some little bit of tension strings up there. I still want something more. I still want something more here. I'm not sure what. Okay, let's try something, maybe like some melody on a flugelhorn or something. Oh, I forgot to put my low latency on. This is probably why I'm going over on all of my things. That will explain it.
It was just a routine revolution. No hope colonization prospect. But they've been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we were.
What you know.
It was just a routine revolution. No hope colonization prospect. But they've been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we were.
So I think I need to reduce the volume of these swells. They're a bit high. It's hard to hear this melody that I'm putting in.
What you know.
It was just a routine revolution. No hope colonization prospect. But they've been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we were. Now they.
What you know.
It was just a routine revolution. No hope colonization prospect. But they've been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we were. Now they're here. We've become the colony.
All right. It's not the worst. It's not the worst thing that's ever been written, I think. Okay, what do we have here? We have a gravity riser, right? I forgot to name this. Let's do that now. And this one was gravity ambience. Just call it that. And now I need some like reverse something. I mean, I was using gravity so far, so maybe it has something, or maybe artifact reanimate, maybe it has some. Reversed fragments. Reversed fragments sounds plausible. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Please don't crash. Oh, it didn't crash. Oh, yeah, see? I think maybe even just this first one. Oh. Or this one. Where do I need to go to in order to accurately get this? Over here. I don't believe that I nailed that on the first shot. No way. That can't be right.
Now they're here.
Ah. I mean, I know like going with some big Brahms is like basic as fuck, but sometimes that's just what you gotta do, especially if you want to do it in such a short time. And if we're gonna go basic, then maybe we should just go full basic. I'm thinking like some strings here and maybe like a little bit of intimate piano, and then I can repeat that at the end, and then maybe actually I might end up with something across the whole track, which would be, I think I would be like happy with that, even if it's like kind of rough. I think some piano here would work, and I think I know the piano that I want to use. Have I got a favorite music genre for video game music? So genre, I don't know. Often we like call video game music a genre by itself. I sometimes find it hard to even nail down the genres of things. But that said, I love the music from Final Fantasy. So if we can call Final Fantasy music a genre, then probably this is it. And if we can't call it a genre and we want to be more specific about it, I guess, I mean, we could say like this Japanese orchestral video game music, even when it was like before orchestral, even when it was like the digital simulation on some on the PS1 or before on the SNES or something like Final Fantasy VI. This is like kind of like jazz influenced orchestral music a little bit. They have a kind of jazzy harmonies and stuff going on behind it. And it's super interesting, and I really love to listen to that. It's always been a big inspiration for me. I can't write like that, and maybe one day I will be able to. I have a big book in the cupboard over there of jazz theory, but I have to find the time for reading that along with my many other books of management topics or coding topics. Orchestration topics, reading for pleasure as well. I love me some Brandon Sanderson. I think now my favorite author. I always was into science fiction and fantasy stuff. But yeah, I would love to be able to write some of that. Listen to the Persona music, yeah, peak Japanese jazz style. Yeah, I think I was listening to this before, and the whole I think like music culture in Japan, like jazz is just like stuck there in a way that it didn't quite so much in the West. The jazz influence, also like some Latin influences as well, are quite common, and it leads to some really interesting music, and a lot of the like great performers around this style. So I think if I was able to write like jazzy orchestral music, then probably like, and I was, let's say, successful enough to be recording live orchestras, like in the places that I wanted to do, to like any place that I could choose, because I'm hoping to record some orchestra this year actually for my birthday, which is in June. Maybe we'll move the orchestra date wherever that is, but I think that would be nice to do. But if I could write that kind of music, like some music with jazzy stuff, then for sure the place to record it would be in Japan, right? Because the players there are like immersed in this style and this kind of technical playing, and they would be able to give this really great performance in that style. First, I have to learn how to write like that. I have to like improve my skills and develop that part, which will take a while, and then I have to become successful enough that someone will pay me to go to Japan and record my music there. So that's maybe a little way down the line. Not this year, I think, and probably not next year. But maybe sometime in the future I will get there. I hopefully still have enough time left to do that. Oh, I actually accidentally clicked exactly the instrument that I wanted, so that's perfect. Oh, I kind of want to use A, but that's like the wrong note for this piece. Why did I go and write with F and G when I want to use A? Maybe I can. Oh, let's see. Let's see, shall we? I'm going to zoom in so I can see where the hell this is happening. It's happening on beat 3, is it? Oh no, it's a bit later.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine map.
Relax, David. Relax, David.
That doesn't sound so good.
Relax, David. Just tell us.
Okay,
Relax,
I thought this would work.
relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine mapping.
I thought it would sound good, but it doesn't.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was
Okay, maybe that's not too bad. I'm gonna stick some delay on this. Some delay that I like. Delay. Where's my delay that I like? Sound toys. And I want some Echo Boy. And then let's just choose some like I don't know what this does.
Relax, David.
was just a routine map we wish.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know. Relax, David.
I need to get rid of these pedal noises because it's nice for realistic stuff, but that's not what I need right now.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
So what have I got there? I've got like a G minor.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine map we wish.
Okay, again, maybe not the most genius work that's ever been done, but
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine map we wish. No hope colonization prospect. But they've been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, now they're here. Become the colony. Become the colony.
okay, I need to I need to set this. How do I do this now? Is it Command U? Yeah, there we go. I need to set this up here so that I can see where the video ends. Otherwise, I'm at risk of going too far. I think I've put my colony marker wrong here, you know. And I'm just gonna drop the volume a little bit on these Brahms because it's just a little too much. Just a little too much difference. I feel. I do want there to be like big impact there, but now it's like pretty crazy. So yeah, let's just pull him down a little bit.
Become the colony.
We've become the colony. No, it's right. It is right. 5, 6.
Become the colony.
Okay. Hi, Colorin. First time chat. Welcome. Just tuned in. It does have a big impact. Good evening. Well, yeah, that maybe came as a bit of a surprise if that just landed as you came in. So we're in the home straight now. I think of this, and we started off spending a lot of time on this boom section here where we have explosions with these Brahms. And I thought that I wouldn't actually get through the whole thing. But even though it's not the most sophisticated piece of music that has ever been written, we do have something at least across the whole section. And maybe this is even enough for this last section and this beginning section. I was wondering about having some strings as well, a little bit of whispery strings going on at this point, but it might be okay as it is. And there is one more thing around this section here, and especially here where we have this raw, that I would like to some kind of impact right when we get to this, when we hear this, when we get the alien showing up. Let's take another look through the video.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine mapping mission. Nothing. No hope colonization prospect. But they've been watching us. Studying. Learning. We made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we woke. Now they're here. We've become the colony.
And this goes on a little too long at the end, because it's like almost close to this this end here, and probably even I need to like fade it down manually. I quite like what's happening with this delay though. I think this is quite nice. But I think that'll be okay. Yeah, let's do it like this. So the video ends right here. I'm gonna need to add in some volume automation. It just doesn't need much. It's just gonna take it down to 0. Just the end here. It's a little too aggressive, it sounds. Even more. Now it's like, okay, too abrupt. Maybe I need to make it longer. Okay. I have a tool for doing this. And it's called the automation curve tool. That's going to hopefully let me get a nice organic fade. Okay, that's not perfect, but I can't afford to spend the rest of my evening just trying to make this ending perfect. Especially, I feel like this transition here is kind of clunky and awkward when the colony is coming back in and going to this quiet. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Maybe let's quickly try. No, let's not try with the strings there. Let's see what can happen in this section here where we have the watching warning and raw. So let's go from the plat.
It was just a routine mapping mission. Nothing. No hope colonization prospect. But they've been watching us. Studying. Learning. We made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we woke.
I don't know. What do I want to have here? Maybe like some like subtle Brahms to
watching us. Studying. Respect. They've been watching us.
Bam.
We made it clear we weren't welcome.
Something like that? Bam. Or something, maybe some more impact. Bam, 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 bam. Maybe something like that. Maybe something like that. Maybe some hits. Maybe that's what we need. Let's have a look. Gravity has some hits, and we've been using gravity a lot today, so maybe we can find something in there. Oh, actually, that's not gravity. Let's not cheat ourselves. This is the artifact. Artifact reverse hit. I think it might be too epic for this moment. Artifact reanimates. That's right. So we don't want a 30-second riser. We don't want an organic riser. We want some hits. What have you got for me in the hits, Mr. Gravity? Well, that's interesting. It has hits with BPM. I need to fix this in order to make it make sound. Whoa! Man, that's a hit that goes on forever. It's kind of funny. It's so big. Maybe something that would work on this row. No. Yeah, I think we can go with that. We can go with that. Yeah, we've got 20 minutes to build this up. Something when this watching. Is it enough? Let's go from here.
They've been watching us. Studying. We made it clear we weren't welcome. Now they're here.
I mean, it doesn't entirely tie together, does it? This section and the other section, but no point crying when the milk has been spilled already. I need something else in here.
They've been watching us. Studying. We made it clear we weren't welcome.
Maybe as well as this, I want to have like a little orchestral something. So let's do that. A little crescendo. I know I have crescendo in here somewhere. I wonder if some choir during this watching would make sense. Okay, but we don't have time. We don't have time to fiddle around with stuff like that. We don't have time to fiddle around with stuff like that. So let's just fiddle around with stuff like this instead.
Suspect. They've been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it.
Okay, it's like clearly too late. It needs to come forward a bit. Let's bump it forward a couple of beats, and it can be a bit quieter. And let's name it like it is. Bit 5. Low string, crescendo, low string woods, okay.
Suspect. They've been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it. Now they're here. We've become the colony.
Okay. Let's say, for the sake of argument, let's say that we're happy with it, how it is, and do a quick mix of this, because we have a lot of stuff here to mix. And I need to set this up for mixing. So we're going to set the strings to the string bus. That's shocking, I know. Really unpredictable that would happen. We do have our nice piano here. So let's send this to, you guessed it, to the piano bus. Over here. Oh, and let's turn on our reverb while we're at it, because reverb is going to make everything better. And this is the mixing that I do daily, which is like super fast and not proper mixing, but it's not the focus of what I'm doing. So I just need something that will more or less get it into the zone, right? And we need a bunch of these things. And this is stem 6 stack. So we're going to stick this over on here, just on these 3, and let's start from our, I'm going to switch this because it crashes a lot, so I'm going to switch to the isotope. No, come back. Vintage compressor, because that doesn't crash as much for me. And let's just set this up as mixing disk. So I'm just using presets mostly on these things. It's like not super fancy or anything.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine mapping issue. Nothing. No whole colonization prospect. But they've been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it. Now they're here.
Okay, it's a start. It's a start. And a couple of things that we need to take a look at. This crescendo here is too... no, where is it? This crescendo here is too extreme, too loud. Oh, from here.
But they've been watching us, studying, learning. We made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we were welcome. Now they're here.
All right, so super rough mix, yeah? It's about as rough a mix as you could ever do. So now I need to switch it from the mix to the monitor. Also, I want to put this sound effects and VO also into the master, which is here, mastered. Okay, so it's going to go to 256. And I might need to raise the volume of this a little bit. But we had lots of space. And now I'm going to turn my headphones down. And maybe I'll turn the volume down. Is it too loud on yours? I do have the desktop turned down a bit, so if the music's too loud, then I can turn it down some more. But by default, I have turned it down quite a while away. So I have my SFX and VO there, and that's going to come into this master bus where I'm going to whack on a bunch of effects, and I'm going to bring it up to full volume. I'm just going to add this one, which isn't in my template, but I now use it all of the time. Better Maker does what it says on the tin, just makes it better. I quite like this preset. Easy start.
But they've been watching us, studying, learning. We made it.
And I think maybe we want to start from here when it's super loud and just set the volume here and we can check.
Now they're here.
It's fine. We've got a ton of room here. A ton of room.
Now they're here.
Let's even crank up the SFX and voice like a bunch.
Now they're here. We've become the colony. Now they're here. We've become the colony.
Do I still have something good to stereo out? I see the stereo out went over the limit, which shouldn't happen if I don't have anything going to stereo out. I don't have the click. Only the mastered. Should be going to stereo out. This isn't going to stereo out. It's going to 256. Which is mastered here. So why is this too loud? What have I missed? What have I missed? I'll stop it playing. And you see this template is like way bigger than actually what I need for today, but I always work from the same template so that I get used to it. So that if I want to do a bigger project, then I'm already just used to navigating around it and everything's where I know it is, and I can easily fix it. Stereo out, stereo out. This is going to the bus 56. No, that's fine. Shepherd tones are fine. 56, 56, 50. We don't have any percussion, do we? I think I put any percussion in. No, there's no percussion. The piano is correct. The woodwinds are correct. Okay.
Now they're here.
Something does not add up. Something does not add up. I don't know if I have time to work out what it is. It looks like there's something that is going to the still need the record track. We don't have anything on the record track. Looks like there's something going to the stereo out that's shouldn't be going to the stereo out. Strings, piano, brass. How could I forget the brass? My word. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. Get some reverb on that.
Now they're here. We've become the colony.
And yeah, it's now way too loud. Right. So let's. I put this gain right up here, so I'm just going to drop this down a bunch.
Now they're here.
I need my limiter to be a bit more in the game.
We've become the colony.
Come on, limiter. What are you doing? There you go. Let's take it down like even this much.
Now they're here. We've become the colony. Now they're here. We've become the colony.
Okay. Let's try from the beginning with this mix. See how we think it is.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine mapping issue. Another no-hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming.
Okay. This Metropolis flugel needs to be louder. That's for sure.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine mapping issue. Another no-hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Oh, now they're here.
I feel like something's not coming through there. Maybe this whole
Relax,
string
David.
section, shepherd tone
Just tell
stuff.
us what you know.
It was just a routine mapping issue. Another no-hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine mapping issue. Another no-hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us, studying, learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Oh, now they're here.
Relax,
Okay.
David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine mapping mission. Nothing. No hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us. Studying. Learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Now they're here.
Relax, David. Just tell us what you know.
It was just a routine mapping mission. Nothing. No hope colonization prospect. But they'd been watching us. Studying. Learning. They made it clear we weren't welcome. Before we knew it, they were coming. Now they're here. We've become the colony.
All right. Okay. I think we have it. I think this is serviceable. It is something at least. And actually got through the whole video. So yeah, not a masterpiece by anyone's metric for sure. But it is, I think, relatively complete. We covered the whole music. It has some kind of journey through it. Okay, in a clumsy kind of way. In a clumsy kind of way, but it's there. It's there, and it works. Oh, actually, okay. So there's two things I need to do. First, I need to export the video. Let's save this first, just in case. I mean, there's auto saves, but you know, it would be a shame to lose everything for some bizarre reason. What did I say? We're on 438, right? Everyday 438. And then let's export the video from this. So I will upload this to YouTube later. Export audio to movie. And we're going to call this everyday. Oh, no, we're going to call it colony. That's what we're going to call it. Colony everyday 438. .mov save. Okay. Okay, and that's going to bounce down, and then I can do a music only version of it for SoundCloud, because previously I was doing it with on some videos with the VFX and the dialogue, but it's a little weird. It's a little weird when we do it that way. So I will make a second version that has this muted. Okay, that'll do. And I'll just bounce this down. Video 48, perfect. Bounce that. Okay, so there we have it. Thank you for hanging around, keeping me company while we do this, and for the chat. That was good fun. I enjoyed this. I'm pretty happy you got through the video at least. I'm happy to put some score to it, even if it's not the final score. Maybe it's something that I could come back to another time and see if I could score it, spend some more time in scoring it or scoring it in a different way. But there's also other videos that I need to score and score them to. And I can, because I have the Patreon with QTube, I can get this, get some feedback on it. So even though it's not perfect, maybe I will throw it to them and see what feedback they give me. Because there should be plenty, I think, from this that they could do. Seeing as it's not the it's not the cutting edge of even of my skills, limited that they are. And yeah, okay, 15 minutes of time. So yeah, thank you, and I will sign off now and say good night.